my cheap centers in place, I can afford to pay up for Winnipeg's Kyle Connor, who has 6 goals and 2 helpers, along with an amazing 49 shots on goal in his last 10 games. That'll cost me $7,600. I also don't mind going to the other side of that matchup to pick up the Pens' Jake Gunsel for $7,300 in that same tilt. He's been similarly productive with 5 goals, 10 points, and 46 shots on goal in his last 10 games. With that Winnipeg stack plan tonight, I will also fit in Blake Wheeler in a low $4,800 price point, as he's just starting to find his lane as a productive top 6 winger. He's been that way throughout his career, and he's coming back to normal after some time on the shelf. And finally, the Canadians will be looking to their emotional leader, Brendan Gallagher, to pick them up after the off-ice management changes that took place over the weekend.
All right, AJ, who you going with on the wing?
Well, look, 4 of the 5 teams allowing the most goals per game in November are on this slate tonight. Like, there's a ton of bad defensive teams. So I think you can look outside of the normal teams you might look at here. And for me, that's the Seattle Kraken, and specifically Jordan Eberle tonight. He was previously bogged down in a mini 3-game slump, but he had a pair of goals against Florida on Saturday. He's not as pricey as, say, Kyle Connor and Jake Guentzel. You get a modicum of savings here at $6K. But look, there's a ton of guys you could use here. As I said, there's some really bad defensive teams playing tonight.
All right, Jeff, who you rolling with?
I like going to the Jets as well. I think Nikolai Ehlers, though, in GPPs will probably be a slightly lesser owned than Kyle Connor. Ehlers is averaging almost 4 shots on goal per game over his last 10. You got the Coyotes. They take the most penalties in the NHL. They have a bottom 5 penalty kill. Ehlers is going to be out there on the power play. And, this is a player who's due for a little bit of positive progression. His shooting percentage well under his career average right now. If you want value, I also like Josh Anderson. I like the Montreal Forwards definitely against Vancouver tonight. Josh Anderson, very productive, playing on that top line right now with Christian Dvorak. And, don't be afraid to target the Canadians, because as AJ alluded to, there is pretty much every bad defensive team is on the slate.